tough being LeBron James' son and playing basketball, I would imagine. Of course, all eyes on Bronny James as he gets ready to take the court in just a little bit. As he does so, Corey, what are you looking at in his game today?
I want to see him play freer. I want to not see him be careful on the floor, just go out, play as though he has nothing to lose.
3-2. Bronny James entering into the game right behind us as we speak.
I mean, you come into a scenario like this, do you really want to eat blueberries? Is that, I mean, personally, I'm going for pizza.
If you're hungry.
Yeah, defense and how you have to space the floor, etc.
Definitely, I feel like I have an advantage. You know, we played NBA rules. We played with the NBA ball. We shot the NBA.
One of the things I ask you guys always at the McDonald's All-American game, you'll probably remember this, is after you've made all this money playing basketball, and you 6'10", when he walks into a building and has an individual workout, his skill level is extremely high for a guy like that. And there's a 10-foot pool right off of his French doors to open up our bedroom. And now, mind you, this is not neighborhood. You know, this is a starter home.
Yeah.
But I mean, it helps you in every area physically.
Bronny's going to be at the free throw line here with 0.2 seconds left to go. The ability to run the floor, fill the lanes, and try to get ahead of the ball. And he, with time ticking away on the clock, was able to do
6'1½". And again, 6'1½", barefoot. By the time you get on the court, he's 6'3". And so, I mean, that's Cody had that mentality. I believe that's going to be the conversation of that underdog and the guy with a chip on his shoulder that he's trying to prove. You sat down with Cody.
Yeah, I would say real quick, the one thing that teams
NBA future at some point.
30 years, we have 7,500 players in there. That database told me that his closest comparison is actually Gary Harris from the Orlando Magic.
I'm kidding, Gavoni, I'm kidding. I had to take the shot. You know, what he said is exactly right. Look at the way he's playing on the floor. Look at his movement on the floor. Aggressiveness, the confidence, the in control.
A nice little floater in the lane, and we saw that at the end of the half. His range is right now certainly probably in that 3 to 5 range. So you're looking at certainly Houston 6 as far as where Portland. That's
And Bill Self told us plain and simple, he would not play. But you see how get back to the Western Conference Finals and possibly win another championship in the finals. So, but Christian Braun, after a year of development where he did play and was a large part of what they did last year, there will be so many unknowns.
I think the hardest part with some of these championship level teams, certainly like, you know, whether it be Denver
earlier this year, about what his role was, because Christian Braun, you make that jump and you feel like you should be more involved in the offense. And this is how you're going to help us. You play this, and you'll find yourself in a rotation. If you don't, you may not be in that rotation. And
I thought A.J. Johnson, by the way, played pretty well yesterday. As Bronny lines up a three-pointer in the corner, feet set, corner threes.
Distribute the basketball and make open jump shots. That's always going to be important to the eyes of the execs. And be able to call out defensive coverages. Oh, actually jumped, which he should not do, but still able to be able to drop off that bounce pass under the defender.
Obviously, a lot better than he was yesterday, right?
Yeah, he was more comfortable today, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that he didn't have to be the primary ball handler. He was off the basketball and was a recipient
of the game.
Play.
Bronny James, as we show his dad here too in attendance. Bronny, it was very clear from all of us here watching you today versus yesterday that you seemed a little bit more comfortable out there. What was the difference between what you did yesterday and today?
You know, I always, try to play the right way, but my teammates and my coaches just encouraged me to be aggressive because they believe in me. I feel like that's a big part of why I come out and, play the right way for my team and my teammates. So, yeah, they really helped me today.
In your media availability yesterday, you mentioned the comps to Drew Holiday, Davion Mitchell, defensive-minded players. How do you see yourself continuing to be able to impact, regardless of level, that end of the floor in particular?
Yeah, I always try to come out and play with my most effort. Of course, I try to play the right way, but I play hard, and I'm gonna always play hard. And I feel like that, that shows up on the defensive end. But yeah, I just try to, focus on that, and that's what gives me minutes in the long run.
Bronny, today you played a little more off the ball than you did yesterday. You had the ball more in your hands. Are you a little more comfortable at this stage, especially against the professional environment, with playing off the basketball and being the recipient of a lot of great passes in comparison to having to be the playmaker?
Yeah, I mean, I don't you know, see myself, you know, having the ball every possession. You know, and the coach doesn't see me having the ball every possession. So I'm comfortable playing, you know, the 1 and the 2, whether I'm playing on ball or off ball. So, you know, they put me in good position today to produce and, you know, be great.
All right, 13 points out there for Bronny James today. Good game, Bronny. Congratulations on winning, and congratulations on going through the draft process.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.